Dear classmates, I congratulate us for having the power. Who would have thought one can major in social media, minor in catology, or major in Mobile Legends, minor in ensaymada baking, or major in TikTok, minor in anime studies. Totoo and chismis, we really can do it all. And since we still have loads to discover, it is time to get giga-powered with Smart Gigapower. Enjoy 20 gigabytes for all sites and apps for only 149 pesos, so we can jump from app to app, passion to passion, chica to chica. Para more
Ang saya.
Get giga-powered na day!
My apologies. Download the GigaLife app and choose Gigapower. Simple, smart a code.
Not in my house. Let's go! Come on, come on!
Mike, you talk about reaching back and throwing it down.
And the bench loves it.
Oh my God! And on three. 1, 2, 3.
Summer Championship continues as you look at the Muntinlupa Sports Center. Our third game for today's triple header is on deck, and it's the Kuala Lumpur Aseel taking on Family's Brand Sardines, Atami Sardines, Zamboanga. You're looking at Ting Chun Hong, aka Mei Mei, the star of the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. He's in uniform. He will be playing tonight in our third game. Once again, it's the Kuala Lumpur Aseel taking on the Family's Brand Sardines, Atami Sardines, Zamboanga. Magandang gabi po mula sa Muntinlupa Sports Center. My name is Stancy alongside Nico Aaron Quinto.
Well, Stan, we have such an exciting and spectacular matchup with us tonight. The Kuala Lumpur Aseel, a very physical team. They want to bounce back from their loss last week, but they look to be able to conquer the Zamboanga family brands. Are these two very physical teams, Stan? So we have a lot of spectacular action we will see here tonight.
Of course, if you're seeing the Kuala Lumpur Aseel for the very first time, they're actually the Malaysian National team. This is their national team and their training pool. And let's take a look at the highlights from their previous game where they lost a close one to AFP Makati.
Yes, as you see there, close game there. Something that slipped out of Kuala Lumpur's hands. But they had 39 bench points. That's a really big factor they could use coming into this ball game. 46 rebounds, 13 assists. So you see an all-around team effort for the Kuala Lumpur Aseel, something they've been really strong at so far this season.
Ting Chun Hong not a part of that game. He was in Doha for the FIBA 3x3, but he's here tonight and he will be starring for the Aseel this evening. Let's look at, take a look at the other side of the matchup. We've got the Family's Brand Sardines, Atami Sardines, Zamboanga, and they lost another game against Muntinlupa, the hometown team.
I know, I mean, of course, Muntinlupa, the hometown team, but Zamboanga, a game that kind of slipped out of their hands. You know, it was a very close game. What I like about this Zamboanga team the last game, they had a huge asset in bench points. It's a team that likes to play physical. So both very physical, very calculated teams, Kuala Lumpur and Zamboanga. They don't like to play fast-paced, and both of these teams love to play set, concise, and calculated offense.
It's going to be an old-school physical matchup. Of course, we're going to be joined as well by the third member of our broadcast crew, Megan Cabrera. She'll be providing some updates from courtside in a bit. But now, let's meet the starters from both squads. We'll send it over to our venue announcer, Ken Pangilinan.
Magandang gabi mga ka-Filbasket! Welcome to the Muntinlupa Sports Center for the continuation of the 2022 Filbasket Summer Championship presented by Pure Gold. It's our third game of our triple header featuring the Kuala Lumpur Aseel versus Family's Brand Sardines, Atami Sardines, Zamboanga. Let's meet the starters. For our visitors, please give a warm welcome for the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. And guard 5'10" from Kelantan, number 71, Ong Wei Yong. Also at guard 5'10" from Selangor, number 7, Ten Jin Chi. At center 6'5", also from Selangor, number 3, Anthony Liu. At forward 6'5", from Johor, number 55, Kwek Tin Yin. And at forward 6'3", from Negeri Sembilan, number 27, Ting Chung Hong. Their head coach is Guga Batumalay. And now the starting five for your Family's Brand Sardines, Atami Sardines, Zamboanga. At guard 5'8" from Anderson University, number 14, Cherry Pingoy. Also at guard 6'2" from the University of the Philippines, number 55, Daniel De Hoya. At center 6'4" from the University of the East, number 9, Adi Santos. At forward 6'3" from the University of the East, number 13, Jason Strait. And at the other forward 5'10" from National University, number 2, Gino Mosqueda. Their interim head coach, Pau Igashano. Our game officials.
Let's take a look at our starting lineups for the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. You've got Anthony Liu Wen-Tien in the middle, Ong Wei Yong and Tem Chun Tie at the backcourt, and rounding out the forwards, Tin Chung Hong and Kwek Ken Yuan. Meanwhile, for Zamboanga, Chino Mosqueda and Jason Strait joining Adi Santos in the front court. Meanwhile, in the backcourt, Jerry Pingoy and Daniel De Hoya rounding it out. Your head coaches for Kuala Lumpur, you've got Coach Guga Batumalay. And for Zamboanga, Assistant Coach Paui Casiano taking the reins. We're just about ready for tip-off. And Kuala Lumpur Aseel wins the tip as the first quarter is now underway in the third game of our triple header. Ting Chun Hong firing a quick one, makes the three. And this guy doesn't look like he just came from Qatar.
I know. I mean, if you have that smooth stroke, you could have that all day, Stan. A quick three, that's something Kuala Lumpur could capitalize in this contest. They haven't been able to hit the three from deep, but as you see here, Kuala Lumpur getting their early offense, and that is something they should look to do all throughout this ball game.
Ting Chun Hong, one of the leading scorers in this tournament so far. And he's looking to pace the Aseel, lead them in scoring once again. That's going to be a long ball, and that is good for Kwek Tien Yen.
You know, I know this Kuala Lumpur team is a very good team, Stan, but what really stands out for me now is the three-point shooting. They haven't been that well of a three-point shooting team all season, but this start right now, they are fiery from the perimeter, and this is something they could look forward to doing all throughout this game.
And Anthony Liu gonna get whistled right there for the travel as we take a look at that three once again from Kwek Tien Yen. 6'8" with a stroke like that. That's gonna really help the Kuala Lumpur Aseel establish themselves here in the Southeast Asian scene.
Exactly. If you have a big man who could shoot, it stretches your options offensively. But Jared Pingoy there, amazing answer, the former Adamson Soaring Falcon. Pingoy could hit that. Even in his UAP days, he was always known for making those kinds of baskets.
Pingoy scoring the first bucket, putting Zamboanga on the board. And now Zamboanga looking to trap here. And that was a careless pass from the Aseel as Pingoy runs. He's got friends and finds one. Nice layup by Adi Santos off the Pingoy assist.
Yes, as we see the physicality of Zamboanga, Stan, that's been their calling card all throughout this tournament. They used it to their advantage that last play.
Here's Ting Chun Hong. He's got Mei slapped on the back of his jersey. That's his nickname. Recognizing the double. Open three now. No good for Tem. Meanwhile, on the other end, here's Mosqueda meeting a double, and that's a turnover for Zamboanga.
Very quick start for both teams. I like what I'm seeing from Kuala Lumpur, Stan. They're really pushing the pace, not afraid to take those three-point baskets.
Three-pointer missed by the Aseel, but that's an offensive rebound, so the second shot opportunity as Ting throws it away. Mosqueda back down the other end. Can't make it, but he's going to get two shots at the free throw line.
Mosqueda, their former National University player in the UAAP. What I like from Mosqueda, Stan, is he gives that physicality. As a guard, he's very physical. He doesn't settle for outside jumpers. He likes to push the pace, and that is something you would want to see from your #1 on the team.
Quick substitution for Coach Guga of Kuala Lumpur as we thank Antigua Scoreboard, Multisport Scoring Solutions. Mosqueda no good in his first free throw as we take a look at Coach Paui Casiano for Zamboanga. Mosqueda, 5'11" point guard, no good at the free throw line for Zamboanga, so they're still down by 1. Nice pass down low, but unable to convert are the Aseel, so Zamboanga back down the other way, and Pingoy draws contact.
You know, to note, Stan, I'm loving the pace both teams are playing at now. They're really pushing the pace, really looking to get physical, and the big men really stand out in this opening period. They are shooting from the perimeter, making those extra passes, really stretching the offense for both of these teams here.
17 seconds on the shot clock for Zamboanga as Pingoy throws it down into the post. Backdoor play fumbled by Zamboanga as Kuala Lumpur is running. Nice quick bucket in transition for Tem Chun Tie.
The recognition there by Chen Chen Wo. It was an excellent pass That is something as a big man you want to do. When you get the rebound, you make that excellent pass, outlet pass. You may have your 1 or 2 waiting for you by the rim.
Pingoy now passes it to the left corner. Mosqueda goes up, unable to make it. And Kuala Lumpur running, even though they don't have numbers.
Oh.
Nice pass to Kwek on the outside for 3. Yes!
Kwek could hit that. A 5 who could shoot. You'd love that from a center. That's the bonus you get from having Kwek on your team.
Stretch 5 for the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. Kwek Tian Yuan. Let's take a look at that one more time. Nice recognition. Great pass, finding the big man who could hit from outside. And that instant replay of the game is brought to you by Smart. Simple. Smart ako. Lee Ting Hong, what a pass right there. 11-5, that's the score. Kuala Lumpur Aseel up. Ang babalik po ang Filbasket. Let's take a look at Maymay or Ting Chun Hong, finally back in the Philippines after a quick trip to Doha to represent Malaysia. 26.5 points per game, 8 rebounds per game, 4 assists per game.
Yeah, Ting is a very key offensive player for this Kuala Lumpur Aseel team, Stan. He's been consistent all throughout this tournament. They should look to run the offense through him.
Maymay with a rebound right there, the 6'3" swingman. The clear leader of the Aseel. He's been part of the Malaysian national team for a good half-decade or more. Nice pass down low, intercepted though by Zamboanga, and now Mosqueda back down the other way. Yes.
Terrific recognition there by Zamboanga. Mosqueda, high IQ play, being able to run and recognize the rebound. He got an easy basket right there.
Let's send it over to the third member of our broadcast crew, Megan Cabrera, for an update. Megan?
Thanks so much, Stan and Nico. Yes, I was able to speak with both coaches of the teams right now. And according to Coach Hubert de los Santos of Atami Sardines, Zamboanga, they are definitely hoping to bounce back. So, ang mga players nila ay sanay sa big leagues, and after 2 years, talagang sabik silang makalaro. And sabi nga niya, sanay sila dito. From the last game, sabi niya, baka may opening game jitters lang sila. But right now, that attributed to better energy and mas gutom sila manalo for this one. They just want to lessen their fouls kasi isa yun sa mga nakasira ng plays nila from their last game. Now on the side of Kuala Lumpur Aseel naman, Coach Guga definitely made a lot of adjustments kasi for Megan Mahadevan, nagkaroon siya ng isang ligament sprain. He's not sure how it happened, but as he landed, he did hear an audible pop sa kanyang left knee, and right now may pending pa siyang MRI for tomorrow, and right now all we know is it's immobilized, it's swollen, and he is in pain. So we still have to see kung ano magiging status niya. But we also have Maymay, who initially was not feeling well today, ngunit talagang pinush niya makapaglaro. So right now, both teams will be going head-to-head for this one. Stan and Nico?
Maraming salamat, Megan Cabrera. You never want to hear about injuries, so prayers up for Megan Mahadevan. 16-9, that's a score. Kuala Lumpur Aseel up by 7.
I like the zone defense they're giving Zamboanga now, making it hard for them to drive in the paint. And as we see there, Stan, it really worked for them that possession.
Zamboanga forced into a shot clock violation right there as we take a look at Megan Mahadevan. Pasalamatan din natin ang Wilson, the official game ball of the 2022 Filbasket Summer Championship. 4 minutes remaining here in the first quarter as Megan Cabrera reported. Zamboanga looking for a statement win in their second game of the tournament. And what better way to make an impact in this tournament than to beat a national basketball team in the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. 10 seconds remaining here in the shot clock, but the Aseel turn it over, and it's going to be Zamboanga ball.
Now we see Zamboanga is really amping up defensively, getting more physical. I love how they're pressuring their 1 and 2 guards top of the key. So that's something they could do because they will have to prevent Kuala Lumpur from moving the ball around.
16 seconds remaining on the shot clock as we acknowledge Imedisure Pharmacy, our prize sponsor for the Filbasket Summer Championship. Here's De Hoya, the former UP Fighting Maroon, getting trapped right there, giving it up to Ignacio. No good. And the Aseel are running back down the other way, really using their running game to their advantage, but can't convert on that pull-up.
I think they took a little bit of an early shot there. He could have waited for more numbers. Kuala Lumpur didn't have the numbers that possession. But I love the way they're pushing the ball in transition. So that's something they could keep up all throughout this match.
Aaron Heruta now struggling to find an opening, so he passes it back out, and that three-pointer still no good for Zamboanga. Score hasn't changed in the last minute or so, 16-9. Ball swinging to the left for the Aseel, and that's going to be a three for Wee Yonggan.
Spectacular extra pass there by Kuala Lumpur. As a player, that's what you want. Selfless teammates. Get a good shot, but if you could have a better one, all the more. That is the good shot there by Kuala Lumpur.
23-year-old Wee Yonggan hitting that last three for the Aseel. Meanwhile, De Hoya struggling against the defense of the Aseel. And Wee Yonggan hitting the floor, but it's going to be a Aseel ball. And Jeff Habilionar getting called for that holding foul as substitutions take effect for both squads.
The Kuala Lumpur stand, the way they started this game is much better compared to their previous game. Looking very sharp, and as a team, that's what you want to have. You want to have a sharp start offensively. As you see, 5 of 8 field goals for Kuala Lumpur and 1 of 3 from field goal
Not
percentage
just field goals,
from
Nico,
the
those
Zamboanga.
are 3-point field goals for Kuala
Three-point field goals,
Lumpur.
rather. And you see Kuala Lumpur, not their main strength from 3, but this game, that is what giving them the double-digit lead now.
Lee Tia-Chin hitting that layup for the Aseel, extending their lead to 12 right now. But Zamboanga cutting it back down to 2 off that Jeff Habilionar bucket.
High IQ play there by Zamboanga, recognizing the cutter in Jeff Habilionar and able to finish.
Nice pass down low for the Aseel, and that's going to be a big boy bucket for Liu Wei-yong.
Liu Wei-yong, that is a smooth move from him. The sidestep, dropping the right shoulder, and that always catches the defender off guard, Stan. When you drop that right shoulder and you get it to the left side, getting off his off foot, that is a spectacular play.
Kuala Lumpur Aseel really asserting their will on defense as we take a look at this Pure Gold move of the game, brought to you by Pure Gold. Liu Wei-yong kissing the glass on that last bucket.
Yeah, as I said, they stand the right shoulder drop, off foot layup, one of the nicest moves you could see.
Chito Jaime, the PBA veteran, missing that last three. As the Aseel are running, they just don't stop, they just come at you. A little over a minute remaining here in the first quarter. Liu Wei-yong with another jumper, that one is no good as Chito Jaime gets the board.
The recognition by Zamboanga, the hedges they're giving Kuala Lumpur stand, it's really causing problems for them on offense. So Zamboanga doing an excellent job hedging every play.
Easy bucket for Jeff Habilionar, taking advantage of the miscommunication for the Aseel. Coach Guga seen enough. He wants to stop it before Zamboanga can retake momentum. Let's take a look at that one more time. Habilionar with a pump fake and the easy deuce. 23-13, that's the score. Kuala Lumpur Aseel still up. Magbabalik po ang Filbasket Summer Championship. Welcome back to our coverage of the Filbasket Summer Championship. Stan C and Nico Aaron Quintong calling the action between the Kuala Lumpur Aseel and the Atami Sardines Zamboanga squad as we acknowledge Manila Kingpin, who will be opening their first branch in Cebu. Manila Kingpin Cebu. That's a block right there on Lee Tia-chun, sending his shot back to Malaysia.
Good help defense there by Jaime for Zamboanga. He did not give up on that play. He stood up, and that was a great help defense there by Jaime.
16 seconds remaining on the shot clock, but there's another whistle. And the officials look like they're going to review it first, so there's a bit of a break in the action right now.
And both teams starting off this game at such a fast-paced stand. Both very calculated teams, getting very physical inside the paint. But what stands out to me with Kuala Lumpur right now is their three-point shooting, something they had to get comfortable with all throughout this tournament, and they have been able to do it here tonight so far. But Zamboanga, I appreciate the hedges they're giving.
So there's a holding foul called against Atami Sardines Zamboanga. The officials reviewed it just now, and they have determined it's just a holding foul. 10 seconds remaining here on the shot clock. And the Aseel unable to score on that last play, so you have to give it to the green shirts for being willing to throw themselves on the floor for those hustle plays.
Yes, that's what you're going to have to do, Stan, if you're Zamboanga. You have to be able to get physical with this Kuala Lumpur Aseel team. Kuala Lumpur Aseel is a team that likes to get physical. They don't settle for the outside shots. What they love to do is play calculated, precise offense.
12 seconds remaining here in the first quarter as we acknowledge Celium Fiber, manufactured by Leone Agri Corporation. Last play of the quarter as the clock winds down. That's going to be a three. No good for Atami Sardines Zamboanga. And at the end of the first quarter, the Kuala Lumpur Aseel have a 10-point lead over Family's Brand Sardines, Atami Sardines Zamboanga. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first quarter of action.
As we see Kuala Lumpur doing a terrific job shooting from the perimeter, and Zamboanga just doing what they do best. That's playing the fast break game, getting physical, getting in the paint. So well-balanced offense from both teams here. But Kuala Lumpur, the big men have stood out in this game. Having the ability to shoot just stretches your offense.
And at the end of the first, we're going to take a break. 23-13, that's the score. Kuala Lumpur Aseel up by 10. Welcome back to our coverage of the Filbasket Summer Championship. It's the third game of our triple header on this Wednesday evening. It's the Atami Sardines Zamboanga in the green jerseys taking on the Kuala Lumpur Aseel in the white jerseys. Early foul for the Aseel. 19 on the shot clock for Atami Sardines Zamboanga. Let's take a look at the field goal shooting from both squads in the first quarter.
Very concise and accurate field goal shooting for both teams. 9 of 18 for Kuala Lumpur there, so they're off to a hot start.
Lee Yonggan with a fast break bucket. Another quick one for Kuala Lumpur. That's his first.
That's well-balanced offense from Kuala Lumpur. They're shooting from deep, but they're also running the ball.
Offensive rebound for Atami Sardines Zamboanga. And the scramble for the loose ball. It's going to go to the Kuala Lumpur Aseel.
And Kuala Lumpur, Stan, what really stands out for me right now is they're really playing well on both ends of the floor. Defensively, they're getting stops. On offense, they're able to run, but at the same time, when they have a set play, they are able to shoot it from deep. So well-balanced offense for Kuala Lumpur, and that is why they are up by double digits.
Liu Weiyong taking a seat. He's going to be replaced by Kwang Yong-jin. And Kwang Yong-jin, longtime member of the Westport's Malaysia Dragons, as Atami Sardines Zamboanga runs back down the other way. Ooh, that was a nasty fall. But it appears both Aseel players, it appears they're both fine. It's a slippery spot on the court.
Shot clock 17 seconds.
You want to be careful here, but I like the hustle by Kuala Lumpur. Just not the best landing you could have. So you have to be careful at the same time, but the hustle is there.
Ui Shenfu almost taking a bad spill right there, but he looks like he's 100% again. Back up on his feet as Atami Sardines Zamboanga tries to clean it up down low. The Aseel are running back down the other way. Corner three, no good from the right pocket. Atami Sardines Zamboanga looking to change their fortunes here in the second quarter. Morido's got an opening. No. Jaime with the offensive board. 11 on the shot clock. And that's going to be a turnover. Ui Shenfu on the fast break. Draws the contact. He really has no problems with hitting the deck, does he?
No, he's fine. That's fine with him. I mean, physicality is nothing new for this man right here. The patience and the way he brought his shoulder up. He did not lean in for that offensive foul. He timed it perfectly, and he really got physical. So Kuala Lumpur doing a terrific job, just playing an all-around game here tonight. The first half has been controlled by them. They've done a terrific job really controlling the pace of the ball game. They played fast when they want to, they played slow when they can, but what's important is they always settled for that clear, good look.
Ui Shenfu at the line. The 22-year-old is playing in only his second game so far in the Filbasket Summer Championship.
Man, at 22 with that kind of physicality, this kid has a bright future.
As Ui Shenfu takes his second free throw, we'd like to thank Antigua Scoreboard Multisport Scoring Solutions. Ui pushing the lead up to 13 now.
Full court press.
8:20 remaining here in the second quarter. That's right, the full court press by the white shirts.
We see the full court press, then a zone. So Kuala Lumpur is really switching things up here, Stan. I really appreciate the way they're able to stay disciplined defensively. Keeping the full court press at the first part of the court, and then once they cross the half-court line, they're able to switch defensively to the zone. So that's creating a lot of problems for the Atami Sardines Zamboanga.
14 seconds.
14 seconds on the shot clock as Atami Sardines Zamboanga subs out some players. We'd also like to acknowledge Celium Fiber, manufactured by Leone Agricultural Corporation. 8 minutes remaining here in the first half. Kwek with a nice pass down low.
And that last play there, Stan, by the Sacramento, he's a long center and he's very physical. I would appreciate if he drove it instead of settling for that free throw jumper. So that's something they could look to improve on moving forward. They could get more physical inside the paint and really take it hard to this Kuala Lumpur team.
Kwang Yong-jin drawing the contact right there for Kuala Lumpur Aseel, which allowed them to reset with a 14-second shot clock. But Ui drawing another foul on Atami Sardines Zamboanga. Ui sits down, Tem replaces him. Tem, one of the young studs of the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. 14 seconds remaining on the shot clock for the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. Able to get it to Ting Chun Hong, to Kwang. Kwang with a nice, soft floater.
I like the move by Kwang. He didn't settle for the jumper, but he could shoot. But he didn't settle for that jumper. He went hard, right shoulder drive, going up strong with that left hand.
And Chito Jaime with a turnover for the green shirts. Here's Tem going up, off the backboard, and the Aseel have a 17-point lead.
He's just too smooth with it, Stan. The way he did that behind the back play and then the right hand finish. As an athlete, that's one of the toughest moves you could do.
Japs
Go left and then
Bautista
go to the right.
with a 3. He had 14 points in Atami Sardines, Zamboanga's first game. Looking to build on that here in this one as another break in the action. Jaime not a fan of that call.
See, this is what I'm saying. You go behind the back from left all the way to the right. The shoulder drop and the strong finish. So that is something you would love to see.
That move by Tenchon Tie was brought to you by Pure Gold. Another substitution for Coach Guga. Lee Jun Kang making his way on the court for the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. 15 seconds for the white shirts now. As Kwang contemplates what he's gonna do right there. Decides to take it up. Not the best decision he could have made, but the Aseel looking to clean it up on the offensive glass.
Yeah, as we see there, Maymay was asking for it that last play. He was wide open. He made that curl right behind him, so he had an open shot there, but not the best offensive set for the Aseel, that possession. And Zamboanga, we have to appreciate their defensive adjustment so far, Stan. They've been able to slow down the offense of Kuala Lumpur, not forcing them to get any easy baskets. And the adjustment they've made, putting pressure on their guards, has been a key factor.
Temchon Tie at the line. He's averaging 9.3 points per game in this tournament. Last game against the AFP FSD Makati Cavaliers, he had 7 points, but he had a breakout performance against ICC, 19 points last week, as we send it over to Megan Cabrera for an update.
Thanks so much, Stan and Nico. I was able to listen in on the huddle of Families Brand Sardines, Atami Sardines, Zamboanga, and ang payo lang ni Coach Hubert is dahan-dahanin nila and play defense because offense will definitely follow if okay ang depensa nila. And from the bench, very aligned naman sila ng buong team. You can see the energy and definitely they are cheering on the other players on the floor para dumepensa talaga. Back to you, Stan and Nico.
Thank you, Megan, on that update from Coach Hubert De Los Santos, stepping up as the interim head coach of Atami Sardines Zamboanga. Another break in the action right now, and our maintenance crew just trying to make sure, trying to help out our players so that no unfortunate injuries might happen, diba, kapag madulas yung court.
Yeah, I know. It's very important. You know, that's the last thing you would want for any player is for injuries. So thank you to our maintenance crew for keeping our floors in check.
17 on the shot clock. Atami Sardines Zamboanga not getting that 3 from Japs Bautista. Here's Maymay. And their bigs looking to establish their position from the outside. That's something that the Kuala Lumpur Aseel like, but that's going to be a turnover for the Aseel.
Kuala Lumpur, Stan, they've been playing with a lot of unique chemistry now. The past games, they've been getting physical. This game, they're playing from outside to in, so we could see a lot of weave offense happening with their bigs right now, looking to rotate the ball, get that outside shot, but leave the paint open inside.
That's going to be a left corner 3. No good for the green shirts. Fast break opportunity right here, and Maymay tips it in as we acknowledge Wilson, the official game ball of the 2022 Filbasket Summer Championship. Ting Chun Hong with another bucket. Let's take a look at that one more time.
The hustle by Maymay did not give up on the play. High IQ offensive play. Kuala Lumpur really standing out with their second chance buckets here tonight.
He's averaging over 26 per game. He's got 4 now. The Aseel are up by 17 at this point in the second quarter. Our coverage of the Filbasket Summer Championship. We're coming to you live from the Muntinlupa Sports Center. And in the third game of our triple header, the Kuala Lumpur Aseel have a dominant lead so far, 33-16 against Atami Sardines Zamboanga. Coco Pingoy, though, pulling up from long range.
And that shot by Pingoy was very difficult because, Stan, if you notice, Kuala Lumpur, they just switched it up from a 3-2 high-pressure zone defense, but Pingoy able to hit that 3.
Missed opportunity right there for the Aseel, but they got the offensive rebound. That's something they've been doing a lot of in this contest.
Yes.
Another 3 from one of their bigs. That's an advantage that the Malaysian national team has.
I mean, Zamboanga has to push the pace now, Stan. I have seen many opportunities where they could have gotten the mismatch on the other end of the floor. They have to look to push the pace.
Open 3 right there from the right pocket. Wala para sa Atami Sardines Zamboanga. And Kwek gets the board. Here's Lee Jun Kang taking a tumble. But that's fine, he's good. Coco Pingoy helping him up.
14, Jerry Pingoy, penalty. That's his first.
Tough drive here, but Pingoy with a little bit too much physicality, and he knew he made the foul. And that's just something as a player, when you defend that physical, it's just a natural instinct. So, you know, Pingoy apologizing. And that's something that Zamboanga has to be careful with. Those are many unnecessary fouls which they don't need this early on in the ball game.
That's right. Jerry Pingoy, the former back-to-back UAAP Juniors MVP, had a storied high school career and now looking to reestablish himself now that he's at the pro level. As we acknowledge, Medisure Pharmacy, our prize sponsor for the Filbasket Summer Championship.
1-2-1-1 press we're seeing now, Stan, from Kuala Lumpur, really mixing things up defensively.
And that's forcing Atami Sardines Zamboanga to mix it up on offense. But they just went back to Jerry Pingoy. He's got 9 now.
I mean, this three-point shooting by Jerry Pingoy, that's a kind of defense where they don't want you to shoot 3, Stan, but Pingoy able to hit that basket.
On that last play, Kwek Tien Yuan looked lost on the court. The Kuala Lumpur Aseel turning it over. But let's take a look at that last 3 by Jerry Pingoy, way out from our 3-point line, making it look easy against the Kuala Lumpur Aseel.
That's what's keeping Zamboanga Family Brand Sardines Atami in this game. Pingoy's ability to shoot the 3, they will need more of that if they want to keep in par with the Aseel.
You can say that again as Atami Sardines Zamboanga setting up their offense now. Nice pick from Javillonar. Pingoy now meeting the defense, threading it.
Count the basket for Adi Santos.
And that's going to be a basket for Adi Santos off the goaltend.
Smart play there by Pingoy. The jab fake to the left and then a nice drop pass. When you have Pingoy in your team, Stan, it allows the defense to really commit.
Tem Chuntie showing everyone why he's one of the studs of the Kuala Lumpur Aseel.
That was just a quick answer there. He took advantage of the mismatch defensively. A quick play, a smart drive there.
Meanwhile, Jerry Pingoy looking to answer back. Turnover, almost, but Adi Santos is like, akin to.
Pingoy, great recognition to Santos. And I like how Adi Santos did not give up on that play. It was a broken play, but he still stayed for that second chance bucket.
And his patience was rewarded. Santos has 6 now. Open shot from the mid-range. No good for Chang. Offensive rebound though. Nice pass from Tem to Lee. Able to recover are the Aseel. That's gonna be a 3. Doesn't even hit iron.
The ball movement for Kuala Lumpur though, Stan, was really terrific that last possession. Just unable to hit. And I like to see Zamboanga now really move the ball around. They have so much open men with the mismatch here. So they're really pushing the pace offensively.
Timeout, Kuala Lumpur Aseel.
As we see here.
Yeah, let's take a look at that last play from the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. This Pure Gold move of the game presented to you by Pure Gold.
Ooh, tough fake there to the right. That's like a Kyrie Irving type of move. High IQ play.
Tem Chuntie with another bucket for Kuala Lumpur as we take a break. 37-26, Kuala Lumpur up. Welcome back to our coverage of the Filbasket Summer Championship. Filbasket presented to you by Pure Gold. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, Kumu, and TikTok with delayed telecast on Solar Sports. Stancy and Nico Aaron Quintong calling the action with Megan Cabrera pacing the sidelines. That's another three-pointer for Kwek. He's got 12 now.
Wow, the three-point shooting for Kuala Lumpur has been off the charts. They've really improved from the perimeter recently, and we saw that last play. Their center able to hit that from deep. That's causing problems for Zamboanga now.
Kwek Tian Yuan standing at 6'8", being able to hit from distance. Quite the asset for Coach Guga. And that's an open right corner three. No good for Tem. So Heruta now at the controls for Atami Sardines Zamboanga. Havilionar almost lost that. Nice bounce pass to the left corner. Lucky bounce for Mosqueda.
Zamboanga will need to hit more of those open looks from deep if they want to come back in this game. They've been getting lots of mismatches offensively, and they will have to take advantage of those.
Under 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Cross-court pass to Kwek. He's got the hot hand. And he's going to turn it over. As we acknowledge Mayor Attorney Jaime Fresnetti from Muntinlupa. Thank you very much for welcoming us to the city of Muntinlupa, as well as Congressman Rufi Biazon of the Lone District of Muntinlupa. We're also acknowledging Yasdo Muntinlupa, Youth Affairs and Sports Development Office, and the Public Information Officer, Ma'am Tez Navarro. Maraming salamat po. At the line right here is Kwek Tian Yuan. Good on the first free throw.
I spoke with him the other day, Stan, and he told me one of his favorites in basketball are actually Tim Duncan. He said his game is very reminiscent of Tim Duncan. He likes the style Tim Duncan plays at, and what's really surprised me with him now is his ability to shoot from deep. I know he's a good player inside the paint, but now he's been able to hit it from the perimeter, and that's been causing Zamboanga a lot of problems defensively.
Kwek's hit 4 from 6 from long range. And he's only hit 1 three-pointer in the tournament prior to this game as the whistle goes against the Kuala Lumpur Aseel.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad you mentioned that, Stan. That's why I'm very surprised now because, you know, I know he could shoot. But speaking with him, he's always loved to drive the basketball. And that's why this game, he's already made 3 or 4, if I'm not mistaken, 4 three-point shots in this ball game. So he's been more comfortable with his rhythm offensively. Being able to do that just stretches your offense if you're the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. Now the Zamboanga Sardines have to be able to capitalize defensively. They want to put more pressure on their guards outside for them to settle for tougher jumpers on the inside.
Adi Santos couldn't hit anything on that first free throw. Gets the offensive rebound though. Able to redeem himself for Atami Sardines Zamboanga. Meanwhile, Kuala Lumpur is running. Thought about it, like, teka muna, let's take it slow. And that ball's gonna go out of bounds back into the hands of, that's gonna be a kick ball. So it's still going to be Kuala Lumpur Aseel ball. 17 on the shot clock, 1:24 remaining here in the first half.
In that last play stand, Zamboanga taking advantage of second chance buckets. They've done a good job with that so far. They will need to continue to do so.
Lee Tia Chin slicing his way through the Atami Sardines Zamboanga defense.
This Kuala Lumpur Aseel team, they've mastered the sidestep, Stan. We've seen a lot of sidesteps this game.
Mostly from the left side.
Another beautiful move. It's just nice to see the versatility of these players on both squads. As we see here in the replay, the fake cut, oh, perfect pass, and a sidestep. That's the best way to counter a defender trying to get you to do a charge. You sidestep that, get the open lane on the left, and finish strong with that layup.
Lee Tia Chin making Snoop Dogg happy only from the left side. Yeah, that's the you-know-what side. 1:05 remaining here in regulation as Adi Santos steps to the line for a couple of freebies.
I love to bounce off that stand, but we're on TV, so I'm just being careful.
That's why we couldn't acknowledge that you-know-what. Adi Santos finally converts from the foul line, the former UE Red Warrior.
You know, Adi Santos is a key addition for Zamboanga. He could actually, he's like a stretch 4, an undersized 4, so he could shoot from deep. And if I'm Zamboanga, I'm looking to utilize him all throughout this game to be able to stretch your offense.
Offensive rebound again for Atami Sardines Zamboanga, something you just pointed out a few minutes ago, Nico. Not able to cash in though on that opportunity. Less than a minute remaining here in the first half. Lee Tia-Chin passing it back out. And the Aseel are gonna slow it down, gonna maximize these next 13 seconds. Picked from Anthony Liu. Another three from Kwek. Yes! That's 17 for Kwek Tien Yuan.
Kwek, his 5th three of the ball game. He's very confident with his stroke. When you have a center who could shoot from deep stand, it's gonna cause problems.
Chino Mosqueda passing it out to De Hoya. Nice ball movement for Atami Sardines Zamboanga. And Santos loses it, so the Aseel are running. Shot clock's been turned off. Three-pointer for the Aseel. Nice tip, cleaning it up. That's Wee Yong Gan. He's got 7.
Just Zamboanga getting outworked on all cylinders. But as we see that terrific pass, they'll need to do more of that in this game.
Second quarter about to end, and the Aseel throw it up. And at the half, it's 49-34. The Kuala Lumpur Aseel just having their way with Atami Sardines Zamboanga.
Yes, so as you mentioned a while ago, very fast-paced game. The reason why Kuala Lumpur has this 15-point lead is because they have been a threat on all cylinders. They're shooting from 3. They're making their perimeter baskets. They're getting it physical in the paint. So they've been a well-balanced offense so far.
We're going to take a break. We'll be back with halftime coverage. The score's 49-34 in favor of the Kuala Lumpur Aseel.
Dear classmates, I congratulate us for having the power. Who would have thought one can major in social media, minor in catology, or major in Mobile Legends, minor in Ensaymada Baking, or major in TikTok, minor in anime studies. Totoo and Chismis, we really can do it all. And since we still have loads to discover, it is time to get giga-powered with Smart Gigapower. Enjoy 20 gigabytes for all sites and apps for only 149 pesos, so we can jump from app to app, passion to passion, chica to chica.
Para more ang saya. Get giga-powered na day.
My apologies. Download the GigaLife app and choose Gigapower. Simple, smart code.
Not in my house. Let's go! Come on, come on!
You talk about reaching back and throwing it down.
And the bench loves it.
Oh my God! 1 on 3. 1, 2, 3.
far. Zamboanga doing an excellent job as well, rotating the ball on defense, but they will have to improve their free throw shooting. And as you see the statistics, Kuala Lumpur with 7 of 50, 46% from three-point country, 28 rebounds, another huge factor, 9 steals, they've upped it defensively, and this is the standout to me, Stan, 18 bench points. For the family brand sardines, Atami Sardines Zamboanga, 15 rebounds, doing well on the boards, 6 steals and 7 bench points. So they will have to capitalize on the bench points and their three-point shooting. They have to improve that coming into this second half. Luckily for them, it's only a 15-point lead. They can still bounce back, but they will have to start clicking offensively.
Now let's take a look at the leading scorers from both squads. We mentioned Kwek Tian Yuan with 17 points. That's a game high.
Yes, Kwek Tian Yuan, the big man. Let me just remind you guys, he's a 5, but he's shooting from deep. That has been causing Zamboanga a lot of problems in this ball game. His ability to shoot from the perimeter, and then you have guys like G, Yonggan, and Lee Jia-jun contributing from the bench. And Adi Santos has done a terrific job for Zamboanga, keeping them alive in this ball game. Jerry Pingo is also one key player they can look forward to be able to stay consistent in this ball game.
And now both squads have returned to the court. We're just about ready for our game to resume. Second half of action now between the Kuala Lumpur Aseel and Atami Sardines Zamboanga. Kuala Lumpur Aseel with the first possession of the quarter. Nice pick right there as Wei Yong frees his teammate up for that mid-range jumper. No good though.
Yep, we're seeing more pressure now given by Zamboanga. Something I'm so happy to see from them right now because that's one thing they were lacking in that second period.
Jerry Pingoy taking it up against 2 defenders. Coco Pingoy reminding everybody that he is someone that they have to deal with in this tournament as Ting Chun Hong sets it up for his team, the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. Nice screen and roll action, trying to penetrate down low. Unable to cash in, but the second chance opportunity, you have to reward it somehow. Aseel with the third chance right there. And they're going back to Liu Wei-yong. Liu throws it up and finally gets a bucket and sends himself to the charity stripe for the bonus.
Excellent pass to Wei Yong. The patience he has, he knew he was undersized, but he took advantage of the length and his toughness. Wei Yong, their strong move to the basket. We're seeing Kuala Lumpur getting very physical so far.
Liu Wei-yong unable to convert to complete the three-point play, but he did put the power and power forward. That's what he is for the Kuala Lumpur Aseel.
Now look, Stan, Kuala Lumpur back to a 2-3 zone defense, so they're mixing things up against Zamboanga.
Turnover there though for Atami Sardines Zamboanga. And Teo drawing the contact right there.
Holding foul on number 14, Jerry Pingoy.
That foul's going to be against Jerry Pingoy. Teo Kok Hao drawing the contact. He's number 9 for the Kuala Lumpur Aseel.
The Atami Sardines Zamboanga doing a much better effort on both ends now. They're playing with so much more intensity, forcing Kuala Lumpur to take difficult baskets.
The Aseel are playing 5-on-4 now. Lucky break for Atami Sardines Zamboanga. Pingoy with the outlet pass. Mosqueda losing it. Good interception by the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. At least they get to restart it on the defensive end with all 5 players on their side of the court. 19 on the shot clock.
But Zamboanga, I like what they're doing now. They look to push the pace. They want to get physical. Pingoy, nice recognition to Mosqueda, but they could get that pass in a little bit earlier. You know, Mosqueda, he had a 2-step advantage down the floor, but the recognition of Pingoy was on point. So that is something they can continue to build on moving forward. And, you know, Stan, another thing I want to point out is every chance Zamboanga gets at the line, they have to make their free throws. You know, that has been a crucial part of this game so far. They will need to make those valuable buckets.
As Atami Sardines Zamboanga inbounds, you'd like to think Antigua Scoreboard Multisport Scoring Solutions. Pingoy using the horns to his advantage, pulling up though against the bigger defender, no good.
That's a good way to counter the defense by Kuala Lumpur, being able to have that horns offense set.
16 on the shot clock. Teo Kok Hao over on the left side. finding a way through the middle. Nice pass to Kwan Yongdin. Hits the side of the backboard, unable to capitalize.
He could have moved a little bit closer to the rim. He could have went for the boarding.
16 seconds remaining on the shot clock for Atami Sardines Zamboanga. Here's Chito Jaime going up with a floater. That's good. His first bucket of the game.
I mean, Chito Jaime, that's one of his specialties. Ever since he started playing the game, it's been that floater for him. And Chito Jaime, very strong player. He has the length, he has the size. He took it strong to the rim that time.
Deficits down to 13. Atami Sardines Zamboanga need a good defensive possession here against the Aseel. Nice steal for Atami Sardines Zamboanga. Pingoy's in the... Pingoy lost it on that one.
Well, that was a good play, good defense there by Zamboanga. Pingoy with the steal, but that wasn't the best, most high IQ play you could have had there. Pingoy had a wide open layup to the left. If the defender did commit to him, Stan, he could have dropped it over for that wide open layup.
Bit of a hesitation there from Jerry Pingoy as we send it over to Megan Cabrera from the sidelines.
Thanks so much, Stan and Nico. I was able to speak with Coach Hubert coming back from the half, and from the side of Family's Brand Sardines, Atami Sardines Zamboanga, they're still hoping to recover, but definitely they are not happy with the play so far. For them, lacking pa sa execution, and admittedly, sabi niya, if they do not make adjustments, it's not going to be so optimistic for them. And right now, the players also took it upon themselves to figure out how to proceed. Stan and Nico.
Maraming salamat, Megan. Quick hitting another three for the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. Going back to Coach Hubert De Los Santos, the former Terra Firma Jeep coaching staff member, really pushing his instructions on the Atami Sardines Zamboanga. Hopefully they can get a bounce back win here. And they have to take it little by little.
I mean, to start the second half, Stan, Atami's Zamboanga Sardines have done a terrific job on both ends. They've been pushing the pace offensively. And I really appreciate the energy they're having here for the Atami Sardines Zamboanga. They have been able to be consistent. What I want to see from them more is to be able to make stops, because they are converting on offense now, doing a better job offensively, but they have to prevent itong Kuala Lumpur Aseel from getting open looks at the basket and forcing them to go to the free throw line.
Liu Wei-yong hitting that free throw for the Aseel. He's averaging 7.5 points so far in the tournament as we acknowledge our prize sponsor, eMedishore Pharmacy. You were telling me during the halftime break, Nico, that this is a very different Kuala Lumpur Aseel squad from the one that we saw on opening day.
Yeah, a lot different. I mean, I think opening day, they were just trying to get their footing in this tournament. But so far, so good for Kuala Lumpur.
Jerry Pingoy with a nice pass down low, but Adi Santos unable to cash in there as Kwek gets whistled for that foul.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised at all with what Kuala Lumpur is showing now, Stan. This is what is expected of them. Well-rounded team. They know how to balance their offense. So far, they've been performing top tier.
8 seconds on the shot clock. Let's see what Javilinar can come up with. Gives it back to Pingoy on the handoff. And that shot from the top of the key is no good for Jerry Pingoy. And things are getting testy now between Pingoy, but Tem Chuntie decides to just walk away. Probably the better call.
I mean, Pingoy in that last play there, good jumper, but he had a wide open man to his left.
Let's take a look at how that happened. Pingoy colliding with Tem Chuntie right there, preventing the fast break, but it could have gotten testy, it could have gotten volatile.
I mean, Pingoy, Stan, even during his UAP days with Adamson, he's always been known to be a physical player. And as a coach, you want someone who brings that toughness to your team.
Quick with another bomb. That one doesn't cash in for the Aseel. Daniel De Hoya with a board. 18 on the shot clock for Atami Sardines Zamboanga. Javilinar scoops it up. And nice tip-in for Atami Sardines Zamboanga.
Atami Sardines Zamboanga now, you see the press they're putting on Kuala Lumpur Aseel, but that last play, they did a terrific job getting that second chance bucket.
Ting Chun Hong missing from distance. Tem trying to tip it in his direction, but De Hoya got it. Nice pass from Mosqueda. And that's going to be a turnover for Atami Sardines Zamboanga. Sayang, ang ganda na sana ng pasahan nila.
That was a good effort by Atami Sardines Zamboanga. They're playing with much more intensity, much more patience, and much more intention this second half.
5 and 10 remaining here in the third quarter as we thank Wilson, the official game ball of the Filbasket Summer Championship. Kwek Tien Yen recognizes the mismatch against Adi Santos, posting him up, but gets called for the travel.
Yeah, so Kwek Teng Yen now, they're noticing that he's able to shoot it from deep. So Zamboanga is able to make the adjustment now, Stan. They're putting much more pressure on the ball handlers from outside, so not forcing Kuala Lumpur to hit from the perimeter.
Coach Guga sitting King Chon Hung down. Let's go back to Kwek, who's already got 6 of 9 from the field. Nice.
That's right. He's been able to hit it. We've always known he had that ability, and that's why he's such a valuable member of this Kuala Lumpur Aseel team, his ability to shoot from the outside.
Atami Sardines Zamboanga unable to convert. They were squeezing that shot clock late. Got bailed out there by that whistle.
Number 71, Ong Wei Yong, his second first team foul.
That's going to be against Ong Wei Yong of the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. So 14 seconds on the shot clock for the green shirts. Mosqueda unable to catch it. Tem Chun Tie going all the way. Yes.
Zenji with that amazing recognition. Such a high IQ play there. And Kuala Lumpur has been able to capitalize on those baseline inbound, Stan.
And now the Kuala Lumpur Aseel with another steal, taking advantage of the turnovers from the Atami Sardines Zamboanga squad. Tem Chun Tie, nice pass down low. Wanted to make something happen for Lee Jing Hong.
Number 15, Jeff Havilionar,
But Havilionar gets called for the foul, and now the Atami Sardines Zamboanga are in the penalty. Let's look at Tem Chun Tie once again, taking it strong to the rack, and that instant replay of the game is brought to you by Smart. Simple, Smart ako.
This Kuala Lumpur team can play all around. They can shoot, they can defend, and they can run the basketball. And Zamboanga, Stan, this was also a very good team. If you're the Zamboanga, Atami Sardines Zamboanga team, they like to get physical. They like to keep it in the paint. And that is something they've improved on to start off this third quarter. But they cannot go back and forth with Kuala Lumpur. After they make a basket, Kuala Lumpur's been able to make another one. So they just need to get more stops.
Lee Jing Hong hit nothing but air on that first free throw, but compensated for it on the second free throw. 4:06 remaining as we acknowledge Cilium Fiber, manufactured by Leone Agri Corporation. Japs Bautista getting called for the charge. That's an obvious call.
So in that last possession, Stan, we saw Kuala Lumpur was able to shift up their defense again. A 2-2-1 pressure defense. And as you see in this replay, forcing Zamboanga to commit those costly offensive fouls.
I mentioned earlier, Nico, that this is a very different Kuala Lumpur Aseel team. And if you're wondering why they're named the Aseel, they're named after that game chicken. As we get a fast break opportunity, Bautista trying to make it up to his squad. Couldn't cash in there, going to the line. But going back to the Aseel, their actual name is their Chinese name, which is the Tilong Poto Ti, which translates to the Kuala Lumpur Fighting Roosters. Now that's a tougher name if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, I mean, that's why they're giving the fight tonight, Stan. We've seen the fight with them all throughout this tournament, and they did not get the start to the season in their opening game. But right after that, we saw a shift in their energy, and that is something Kuala Lumpur has brought all along in this game.
Japs Bautista hitting both free throws for his squad as we acknowledge Cantigo Scoreboard Multisports Scoring Solutions. 16 points, that's the lead for the Kuala Lumpur Aseel with 3:45 remaining in the third quarter. Tem Chun Tie going up, draws the contact, couldn't convert.
Quick adjustment there by Kuala Lumpur, Stan. You see, Zamboanga first, they went to a half-court press, and then in this play, they went on a full-court man-to-man press. But Kuala Lumpur has just been able to adjust quickly. You have your man beating the defender off the ball. That is why Zenji has 2 free throws right now. He beat his defender off the ball, leading to 2 extra buckets for him right now.
Tem Chun Tie at the line. He was born in Selangor, 24 years old, averaging 9.3 points per game. As we look at Coach Guga Batumalay, a Malaysian legend, former team captain of the Malaysian National team. Tem Chun Tie hitting the second free throw. It's now 59-42 with 3:40 remaining in the third.
And this is another adjustment as we see from the Atami Sardines Zamboanga.
Here's Japs Bautista. Nice pass inside. Count the assist, Jeff Avillonar.
They countered that full court press by Kuala Lumpur really well. And Zamboanga, that is something they have a lot of potential to do. Run the ball, get physical, and finish strong inside the paint. So excellent possession there for the Atami Sardines Zamboanga.
It looks like a game of patindihan ng press from either side. So it's actually becoming a game of defensive matchups and defensive pressure. That's what we're seeing here.
Yes, yes. But what we are seeing, like in this last play, the recognition by Bautista to see a wide open Avillonar inside. It's the off-ball movement, Stan. You have a lot of working parts, and Zamboanga has done an excellent job so far.
And Avillonar, despite the size mismatch, taking advantage of that. Three-pointer though from Japs Bautista. 59-47. It's now just a 12-point game. Coach Guga seen enough.
And here we go. The ball movement, as I indicated earlier in our halftime analysis, that has been one key factor for the Atami Sardines Zamboanga to keep them back in this ball game.
We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more Filbasket action. 59-47, Kuala Lumpur Aseel up. Welcome back to our coverage of the Filbasket Summer Championship. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Kumu. And we're also on TV. The delayed telecast is on Solar Sports. Thank you very much for welcoming us into your homes. Stan C, Nico Aaron Quintong, and Megan Cabrera, your broadcast crew for this game between the Kuala Lumpur Aseel and Atami Sardines Zamboanga. Great steal for Aaron Heruta, who hits the floor hard.
And that's what you want to see from the Atami Sardines Zamboanga, Stan. I'm liking the effort they're doing in this second half. You saw there the counter double team. They gave them a man-to-man press at first, and then they forced him to the corner. That's when the double team hits best. And as you saw in that last play, they were able to take advantage of that 2-on-1.
A for effort. Ito si Aaron Heruta. Fresh shot clock for the Atami Sardines Zamboanga. They've got Heruta, Santos, Avillonar, Bautista, and De Hoya. That's their five on the floor. They're looking for Adi Santos, and he gets hacked on the way up by Meme.
And the ball movement for the Atami Sardines Zamboanga has been on point so far in this last few possessions. They're playing much more of a patient, calculated ball game, Stan. And if you're the Atami Sardines Zamboanga, that is something they needed to do even in the first half. And that is why now we can see they're slowly chopping up this lead to get back in this ball game. Adi Santos, the good ability to be able to move without the basketball, that has been key for them so far.
16 points now for Adi Santos, looking for number 17 here, and in the process, trim the deficit down to 10, which he does on that free throw.
Now we see, Stan, another full court man-to-man press para dito sa Zamboanga, Atami Sardines Zamboanga.
Tiachin fighting a way out, and that whistle is going to go against Bautista. It's really testing his patience, you can tell right there.
It is. But, you know, you have to, as a player, you have to have a lot of discipline. I mean, I've been in these situations a lot. You have to just control your emotions, and that's very important in this ball game.
Atami Sardines Zamboanga's number 17, Japs Bautista for unsportsmanlike behavior.
So let's take a look at that. Japs Bautista clearly upset on that last call, so he gets the warning for unsportsmanlike behavior. And that play just didn't go his way.
Yeah, but Bautista there, he just ran it off. That's what you want to do. You don't want to engage with anything with the officials and cost your team more technical fouls. So Japs Bautista just releasing his anger and frustration, just running it off there. But they have to be careful. Itong Atami Sardines Zamboanga, they are nearing cutting this lead down to single digits. They can, so they have to be careful in their reaction to the following calls.
Lee Tiachin at the line. unable to convert on both free throws. And now it's going to be Atami Sardines Zamboanga ball with 2:34 to go here in the third quarter.
Number 3, Anthony Liu.
Anthony Liu getting called for a foul, so it's going to be free throws for the green shirts.
Very crucial free throws here, Stan. They can finally cut the lead down to single digits. If he does make these 2 free throws, momentum will be on the Atami Sardines Zamboanga side. So very crucial free throws for Adi Santos.
First free throw is good for Adi Santos. He averaged a double-double for Imus Boracay de la Ia at the MPBL Invitational. Over 11 points per game, over 12 rebounds per game. And he shot an efficient 65.9% from the floor. So you know he can get it done. And he's doing it tonight against the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. He's already got 19.
Yes, one of the key players for Atami Sardines Zamboanga.
What a steal for Atami Sardines Zamboanga. Jeff Pavillionar with the layup. And now we've got a single-digit game. 6 points between both squads.
It's the full court press of the Atami Sardines Zamboanga, Stan. They are putting the pressure on Kuala Lumpur now, forcing them to make some adjustments. This has caught Aseel off guard.
Here's Quick down in the post against Santos. Heruta trying to pick his pocket. Ball goes out of bounds, but you have to give Heruta the effort, the credit.
5 seconds to shoot.
Yeah, you've always wanted that extra effort, as we see in this play. The full court press of the Atami Sardines Zamboanga has paid its worth. That excellent pass.
Leading to that bucket, right? So 5 seconds on the shot clock here for the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. Wei Yong finding an opening, and he drills that mid-range jumper, hoping to stop the bleeding.
And the Kuala Lumpur Aseel needed that bucket, Stan, to cut the momentum of the Atami Sardines Zamboanga.
Here's De Hoya for Atami Sardines Zamboanga, throwing it back down to Javillionar. Javillionar's all alone with his man, and the Aseel pick it up. Ting Chun Hong against 2 defenders, going up, missing everything, and Javillionar with a defensive rebound.
That last play, Javillionar, he could have taken him one-on-one in the post, Stan. You know, I know he has that ability to score in the post.
Careless pass there from Atami Sardines Zamboanga, and De Hoya is going to get called right there for what looks like an unsportsmanlike foul.
So if you're the Atami Sardines Zamboanga, they've been playing well so far. These past offensive sets, they have been able to convert, but it's turnovers like those, Stan. You want to be careful and not force unnecessary turnovers, giving this Aseel team more looks at the basket.
So we're seeing now that our officials are asking each squad to proceed to their respective shaded areas given the nature of that call.
So here, the full court press done by the Atami Sardines Zamboanga. It has cost the Kuala Lumpur Aseel a lot of cracks at the basket, and that is why they are within 8 now. So they could continue to put the pressure on Aseel.
So that's not going to be an unsportsmanlike foul. It's been ruled as a holding foul on Daniel De Hoya.
2 shots, Teo Kok Hao.
The green shirts are in the penalty, so Teo Kok Hao is at the line for a pair of freebies. He makes the first. That's his first point as well, as Coach Guga looks on.
And now a little more sense of urgency if you're Kuala Lumpur Aseel, but good for them. They still have a 9-point cushion in this ball game, but the Atami Sardines Zamboanga have done an excellent job bouncing back and cutting this lead.
Jerry Pingoy trying to find a way in. Nice pass inside, but Atami Sardines Zamboanga were lucky to get the offensive rebound. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Pingoy's got to make a move. Nice pass. Open 3. Javillionar couldn't make it, but De Hoya with the offensive rebound. Another one for Atami Sardines Zamboanga. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Nice passing, nice ball movement, but ultimately no good. 35 seconds remaining for the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. And Teo Kok Hao says, wait lang, let's slow it down.
The ball movement, though, that pass play was really nice for the Zamboanga Sardines.
Ting Chun Hong coming up short on that free throw jumper. And Anthony Liu getting the whistle.
As we saw, Stan, the ball movement for the Atami Sardines Zamboanga has improved all throughout this ball game. it's been causing Kuala Lumpur Aseel a lot of problems defensively. So that's something they have been able to adjust on so far. I just wish they limit their turnovers entering this fourth quarter, and they will be able to come back this ball game if they do so.
Quick Yuan among the latest substitutions for Coach Guga Batumalay. At the line right now is Jeff Havillonar for Atami Sardines Zamboanga. These free throws are crucial.
And Havillonar, another key addition for the Atami Sardines Zamboanga. Former National University Bulldogs back in the UAAP, and he has the ability to shoot as well as get physical inside the paint.
62-55, that's the score. Final 22.3 seconds of the third quarter. Good defense from Atami Sardines Zamboanga. Here's Quick down low, couldn't throw it up, he got rejected.
Physical defense there by the Atami Sardines Zamboanga. This full court press stand, they could stick to this heading into the fourth. It's been causing Kuala Lumpur Aseel a lot of problems, forcing them to really take difficult baskets.
10.3 seconds remaining. Ting Chun Hong looks like he wants to take the last shot, gets the pick that he wanted, goes up, hits the backboard, but goes to the line instead.
And high IQ play there by the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. They have been tough inside the paint. May there just not settling for the jumper. He knows there's a press, and when you have a press, that's one thing you want to do. You don't want to force outside shots. You want to take it hard to the hole, because when you have the defensive pressure on you, Stan, the higher the chance there is for you to go to the line.
First free throw good for Ting Chun Hong. He's only got 5 in this game, but he's been averaging over 26.5 points per game in the tournament so far for the Aseel. 2 for 2 at the line for Ting Chun Hong. 3.9 seconds. The Atami Sardines Zamboanga squad, they have to make something happen here. De Hoya able to get it, but no, scrambling for the loose ball, and time expires. Liu Wei-yong, good job on defense preventing Daniel De Hoya from making something happen on offense for Atami Sardines Zamboanga.
And in this last sequence here, Pingoy just keeping his shot in rhythm. He's what's kept Atami Sardines Zamboanga in this ball game. But the Kuala Lumpur Aseel, every time this Atami Sardines Zamboanga has made a run, Aseel has been able to answer. But I like the energy we are seeing from the Atami Sardines Zamboanga on the defensive end. That last play, as you see, the defense converting into excellent offense. So it's been their defensive pressure so far.
And at the end of the third quarter, it's 64-55. The Kuala Lumpur Aseel ahead on the Atami Sardines Zamboanga. We've got quite the showdown on our hands. Fourth quarter about to start. The Kuala Lumpur Aseel up by 9, 64-55 against the Atami Sardines Zamboanga. We're at the Muntinlupa Sports Center. Stancy and Nico Aaron Quintong calling the action. Megan Cabrera reporting from the sidelines here. Chito Jaime back in the ball game now. Let's look at the breakdown of scoring per quarter here, Nico.
Yep, in the first quarter, 23-13, Kuala Lumpur able to get the lead. More consistent scoring in the second, but the third quarter is what stands out to me. The Atami Sardines Zamboanga scoring 21 big buckets. That is why they are able to trim this lead.
Meanwhile, on the other side, here come the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. Nice layup for Wei Yong. That's Wang Wei Yong extending the Kuala Lumpur Aseel's lead to 11, and Jerry Pingoy looks like he's in pain.
Yes, I hope Jerry Pingoy is all right. I hope he's fine. Let's just take a look at what happened. But Kuala Lumpur, they knew they had the numbers in this offensive set. That's why he was able to take advantage of that layup. So high IQ play for the Aseel.
Ong Wei Yong making that last bucket for the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. And as you mentioned, Nico, Jerry Pingoy, his teammates are helping him up. Looks like that elbow is in pain, but he's able to walk. Hopefully he's able to walk it off.
Yes, Pingoy, they will need to keep him in this ball game, Stan, if they want to stay in par with the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. Let's check out what happened. Oh, he got clipped. I think he got clipped with the legs of the center of Kuala Lumpur Aseel.
And now there's another whistle. Lee is down, and our officials are going to review that play. That's Lee Tia-Chun of the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. He was on with the floor just now. And so the players are being requested to proceed to their respective shaded areas. Let's take a look at how that happened. And Chito Jaime colliding with Lee Tia-Chun. And it looks like the elbow or the forearm hit Lee Tia-Chun right in the face.
I mean, it's getting very physical tonight, Stan. That was a basketball play, a typical basketball reaction. You know, when you're on the court and you're playing in this high-intensity game, you have 9 minutes, 11 points in the ball game. Of course, some extra nudges will be given, but as a player, you have to keep your composure. I've been in many situations like these before, and it's just a test of patience. You have to be patient with your emotions, learn to control them, because one mistake could be costly in this ball game moving forward, especially now that it's a very, very close game.
Unsportsmanlike foul on Atami Sardines Zamboanga's number 28, Chito Jaime. That's his first team foul.
And that's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul against Chito Jaime.
Chito Mosqueda for Daniel De Hoya.
And now Chito Jaime having a word with our officials right now as our officials try to explain
2 shots for Lee Ji-Chin.
the ruling there. Chino Mosqueda doing a good job of trying to calm his teammate down, but the veteran still upset by that call.
As I mentioned a while ago, Stan, this is where you need your teammates to just be on your side, cool you down, because one mistake, one wrong word, one wrong move could be costly.
Lee Tia-Chun calmly hitting both free throws, one of the younger players on Coach Guga's squad. 14 seconds on the shot clock. The Kuala Lumpur Aseel have possession as a result of that unsportsmanlike foul call on Chito Jaime, who remains on the floor for the Atami Sardines Zamboanga.
Oh.
That's going to be a contested 3 for Ting Chun Hong. He was asking for a call, saying that he got hit, he got hacked right there, but no call.
Yeah, that was a high-quality shot there for the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. I mean, with time running down, he had to take that shot, but he wanted a foul.
9 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. The Atami Sardines Zamboanga still in it, but they are down by 13 as Jaime gets it on the outside. 7 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Aaron Heruta now back to Jaime. Nice pass inside. They're not able to convert. Destacamento couldn't buy a bucket. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Second shot opportunity. Wala pa rin. Another rebound. Destacamento is trying. You can see it. Just can't convert inside. And now the Aseel give it up. Another foul call going against the Atami Sardines Zamboanga. And we aren't even a minute into the fourth quarter yet.
Yes, I mean, you see here the nice fake, the nice no-look fake, and he took it hard to the baseline. That's something you want from your point guard. As soon as you get to the baseline, you know you're closer to the basket. So any kind of physical contact, most likely that call will go your way if you're the offense.
And that's exactly what happened for Ong Wei Yong of the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. Here's Ting Chun Hong, 15 on the shot clock. Good screen action for the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. And this time, they get called for a 3 in the key, so it's the Atami Sardines Zamboanga with possession.
Time Timeout, Family's Brand Sardines.
The green shirts are looking to re-strategize. They were down by 9 heading into the fourth. Now they're down by 13. Kuala Lumpur Aseel up 68-55. Magbabalik po ang Filbasket. Welcome back to our coverage of the Filbasket Summer Championship. We've got an update from Megan Cabrera from the sidelines.
Thanks, Stan and Nico. Jerry Pingoy is down. Nasiko niya ang kanyang left elbow to the floor when he was trying to get the ball. And right now, ina-ice nila, he's still definitely looking to come back. Pain is manageable according to him. So, yun nga, he's still trying to make a comeback for the game. And as per Coach Hubert, going into fourth quarter, ang hinahanap nila is to sustain. So right now, medyo nasira lang ang kanilang momentum with Pingoy going down, but we're still looking to see kung mababalik nila ang momentum na yon. Stan and Nico?
Maraming salamat, Megan Cabrera. Coach Hubert de los Santos is really going to need Jerry Pingoy if the Atami Sardines Zamboanga want to mount a comeback here in the fourth quarter. Aaron Hiruta, overcrowded left side right there. Nice passing to bring it to the other end. And Choi Ignacio converts for Atami Sardines Zamboanga.
And the ball movement for the Atami Sardines Zamboanga was on point there. And this full court press is causing problems for the Kuala Lumpur Aseel.
It's a really physical matchup. We've been saying it since the get-go, but we're seeing it right now.
All players, please proceed in the shaded area in front.
Let's take a look at that last one. Adi Santos made a great steal. Here's Chino Mosqueda, and he gets held down by Liu Wei-yong. So now the officials are going to deliberate.
This is why this matchup is very interesting, Stan. As I mentioned pre-game, both very physical teams. They like to play at a very calculated, physical pace ball game. So you have those two styles complementing each other, and the physicality is really no surprise. The Atami Sardines Zamboanga have done a terrific job attacking the paint, forcing Kuala Lumpur to commit those fouls.
So that's a sportsmanlike foul on Liu Wei-yong. And now at the line is Chino Mosqueda. And the Atami Sardines Zamboanga, they're going to have possession as well. Coach Guga Batumalay of the Kuala Lumpur Aseel, not pleased. So 2 free throws and possession. Good chance for Atami Sardines Zamboanga to build some momentum as we get down to the pointy end of the game. 11 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Nice pass down low to Santos, but Santos just throws it away.
This is what I mentioned earlier, Stan. If you're Atami Sardines Zamboanga, it's those minor errors in game. You do not want to have unnecessary turnovers like that, which could cost you.
And Mosqueda hits the deck again. Lee Tia-chun making contact with him. Officials are going to be deliberating that.
All players, please proceed in the shaded area in front of.
Let's take a look at that. Lee Tia-chun appeared to hit Chino Mosqueda, but that appeared to be a reaction to some initial contact.
And now you could just feel the energy in the building, Stan.
It's not the type of energy we'd like to feel, to be very honest.
Yeah, but it is starting to heat up between these players. It's something you just need to control if you're both squad. It's been a very physical ball game. Kumbaga sa Tagalog, Stan, palag eh. Palag yung parehong teams na to eh. So it's something they need to control but take advantage of moving forward.
So that's an offensive foul on Lee Tia-chun. Not an unsportsmanlike foul.
Shot clock, 14 seconds.
No, make that a holding foul according to our venue announcer. So it's going to be Atami Sardines Zamboanga ball. as Aaron Heruta drives and makes that layup.
Heruta, the timing he had on that layup, he knew he did not have that balance offensively, but he used the board to his advantage. Heruta with a strong drive using his offhand to hit the board there.
Adi Santos now getting called for a pushing foul. And Atami Sardines Zamboanga now with 3 team fouls with 7:28 left to play here in regulation. That's not a good spot to be in. And another break in the action. The whistles just keep blowing.
28, Chito Jaime is fourth.
That's 4 fouls on Chito Jaime. And the next foul for Atami Sardines Zamboanga will put them in the penalty.
That's why they have to be really careful these following minutes.
Yongan here on the outside. Oh, penetrating down low but unable to finish. So here come the Atami Sardines Zamboanga in the green shirts. Mosqueda off the glass.
Terrific fast break play by the Atami Sardines Zamboanga. They've upped their energy in the final minutes of this quarter.
It's a 5-point game right now as we take a look at that last fast break opportunity. Chino Mosqueda finishing, and that instant replay of the game was brought to you by Smart. Simple, Smart Ako. 68-63, Kuala Lumpur Aseel are on the ropes now. We'll be right back with more Filbasket action. Welcome back to our coverage of the Filbasket Summer Championship. It's a 5-point game between the Kuala Lumpur Aseel and Atami Sardines Zamboanga. The green shirts have scored 8 points in the fourth quarter, holding the Kuala Lumpur Aseel to only 4, and that's another great defensive possession for Atami Sardines Zamboanga. But their problem is finishing. Tem Chun Tie now on his own, takes it up and converts.
Flex on him. Flex on him, Tension Z, a tough move that will bring Kuala Lumpur Aseel a lot of momentum in these remaining minutes of the ball game. He just flexed on him, and that was a strong move if you're Kuala Lumpur Aseel. The physicality has been on its highest mark.
And Tem Chun Tie going up against Aaron Heruta. Heruta taking the contact, and that move of the game was presented to you by Pure Gold. Yeah, you're right. Tem Chun Tie letting them know.
And he's been a tough player all throughout. And I've been watching him in this tournament so far, and he's been one of the most physical guards dito sa Filbasket.
Tem Chun Tie unable to complete the 3-point play. Heruta at the controls for Atami Sardines Zamboanga, asking his bigs to set some picks for him. He uses the one from Jaime. But Heruta still blocked from penetrating. Good defense from the Aseel. Heruta doesn't finish the play. Tem Chun Tie now against 3 defenders. Liu Weiyong decides to wait. Here's Kwek. He's been hot all game. Hasn't taken a shot in this quarter yet. Tem Chun Tie, another long-range shot.
He has a jumper as smooth as a butter. That was a big 3 for the Kuala Lumpur Aseel to counter and slow down the momentum nitong Atami Sardines Zamboanga.
The lead is back to 10 for the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Ignacio passes it to Heruta, but that ball is tipped out of bounds off the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. Kwek, the last person to touch the ball. 2.1 seconds. Still some time. Atami Sardines Zamboanga can pull something off as Mosqueda fires from the left corner.
That's how you want to answer if you're the Atami Sardines Zamboanga. Kuala Lumpur has been very patient on both ends of the floor, but the Atami Sardines Zamboanga have been able to convert.
Tem Chuntie doesn't finish the layup. Mosqueda's been hot, but he loses that one. Liu Weiyong to Tem Chuntie. Tem Chuntie missing. Still can't do it, but he gets the offensive rebound. Give the guy an A for effort. Heruta poking it as we thank Wilson, the official game ball of the Filbasket Summer Championship. 4 seconds remaining on the shot clock. And Ting Chun Hong, old reliable, even though he's not that old.
Just a defensive lapse by the Atami Sardines Zamboanga. They did a terrific job recovering from that fast break, but you cannot allow Kuala Lumpur to have those second chance buckets.
Tem Chun Tie had like 3 opportunities on that last possession. Nice shot inside by Adi Santos. He's got 21.
High IQ play connection by the Atami Sardines Zamboanga. I'm liking their offensive patience, Stan. They know they're down in this game, but they've been very concise and deliberate with their shots.
Ting Chun Hong only with 6 points here for the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. And he changes that off that three-pointer.
Oh, and that just breaks the ice if you're Kuala Lumpur. A big bucket.
Atami Sardines Zamboanga, they're not liking what they're seeing as Ting Chun Hong recognizes the mismatch against Shoy Ignacio, steps up, pulls up, boom! And that instant replay of the game was brought to you by Smart. Simple, smart ako. 78-68, that's the score. We'll be right back with more Filbasket action. That's Ting Chun Hong. He now has 11 points and 7 boards for the Kuala Lumpur Aseel, who are up by 10 with 4 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in regulation against the Atami Sardines Zamboanga.
What's been outstanding with his performance so far, Stan, is he's made big shots in the moments that matter in this ball game.
And Ting Chun Hong, FIBA's had their eyes on him for a long time now. He's been dubbed one of Malaysia's players to watch as early as 2017-2018 as Mosqueda hits that floater, cutting the deficit down to 8. Pasalamatan din natin ang psyllium fiber manufactured by Leone Agri Corporation.
Smooth move by Chino Mosqueda, something he did a lot during his days with the National University. Did not settle for the jumper. He knew he had a better look taking that layup.
Tem Chun Tie, nice pass down low. Liu Weiyong, or Ong Weiyong rather, unable to convert for the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. 3:35 remaining. That three is no good for Chino Mosqueda. 3:28 in regulation. Ong Weiyong at the controls, gives it to Kwang Yongjin. Here's Tem, he's been hot in the second half. Tem Chun Tie taking it up against Mosqueda. Air ball right there. And Tem's gonna get whistled for that foul.
Pushing foul on number 7, Tenzin Jing, his second 14th foul. Heruta for Jeremy Goy.
And that was a terrific set of action there. The Atami Sardines Zamboanga want to be able to bounce back in this ball game. They have a lot of basketball to be played dito sa ating fourth quarter. They have to be able to be patient and deliberate with their offense these coming possessions.
3:10 remaining here in the fourth quarter as we thank Contigo Scoreboard Multisport Scoring Solutions. Aaron Heruta against Tem Chun Tie. And you can hear that the Kuala Lumpur Aseel are trying to distract Atami Sardines Zamboanga as Adi Santos draws contact.
Pushing foul on number 55, Wen Xian Yan, his second.
Craig Tianyuan getting called for his second personal foul right there.
Adi Santos.
And Adi Santos back at the line with 22 now.
And Adi Santos, he's been consistent in this ballgame. 21 points, 22 points, 4 rebounds para dito kay Adi Santos.
Lucky bounce for Jabs Bautista. And now we've got a 4-point game. And Atami Sardines Zamboanga fighting for the loose ball. They might not have won that battle.
19 seconds.
But you have to give them credit for the effort, for the hustle.
No, this full court pressure has been doing wonders for the Atami Sardines Zamboanga. They've been able to hit good baskets, high percentage looks, and then when they get back on defense, their full court pressure has been causing problems for Aseel.
That last three by Jabs Bautista, not the most high percentage of looks, but the basketball gods were smiling down on him, and that really helped out Atami Sardines Zamboanga. The 4-point game now, 6 on the shot clock. Ting Chun Hong with a smooth floater.
And he just likes to attack the paint, not settling for those easy baskets on the outside. Instead, gaining the respect of the Atami Sardines Zamboanga with that strong drive.
Chino Mosqueda on the left corner, picked, pocket picked. Ong Wei-yong going up, yes!
It's those kinds of plays, Stan, which are very costly if you're the Atami Sardines Zamboanga. You do not want to go back and forth with the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. You need to get stops and prevent turnovers.
And the last 2 minutes call was brought to you by Smart Simple. Smart ako. Aaron Heruta converting for Atami Sardines Zamboanga. 6-point game. We've got a close one here with 1:47 remaining. Ting Chun Hong looking to build on his point total. He's got 15 right now. 7 seconds on the shot clock. And that's going to go the other way.
That's a good stop. Now, if you are the Atami Sardines Zamboanga, you have to convert on this possession. We have 1 minute and 30 left in this ball game. A conversion on this will do wonders for them. As you see, that offensive foul, he did a very disciplined job of not moving his feet. And that is why the Atami Sardines Zamboanga now have possession. They need to convert in this remaining minute and 30. And then once they convert, they have to get some stops.
Credit Jabs Bautista, that's number 17, for doing the work on offense and on defense right there as he misses that three-pointer. Kwan with a rebound for the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. 1:18 remaining. Kyoko Kao at the controls for the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. Passing to the right corner, swinging it around. Here's Kwan. Can't convert. Now he does.
The second chance buckets for Kuala Lumpur Aseel have kept them on top all throughout this game.
Atami Sardines Zamboanga.
Let's take a look at that last play from Kwan Yung-jin. 6'8", taking advantage of his height, getting the rebound, and then the putback.
Strong move there for Kuala Lumpur Aseel, being very patient and taking control of this ball game.
And we're going to take another break. 84-76, that's the score. Looking at Kwang Yong-jin, 31 years old from Malacca City, Malaysia, converting that last bucket for the Kuala Lumpur Aseel, stretching their lead to 8 with 1 minute and 3 seconds remaining here in regulation. Stan C and Nico Aaron Quintong calling the action. It's a testy one right here for both squads. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Jabs Bautista hits another three.
Big three for Bautista. They needed that. Now they need to get a stop They cannot allow Aseel to convert with a basket.
That's 14 for Bautista. Tem all alone. Yes!
And just when I said they can't allow Kuala Lumpur Aseel to convert, they just let them do that. They have to stay alert defensively. This sequence, there was a wide open man with the open layup here. So Atami Sardines Zamboanga have been able to convert offensively, but it's the defense that they have to improve on in this remaining seconds of this game. We have a lot of basketball to play, but they have to get some stops.
49.4 seconds remaining here. 8-point game once again, 87-79. Tem Chen Tie finishing that 3-point play for the Aseel. 18 on the shot clock. Hiruta knows that he can't waste some time, and that ball goes off of Kwan's foot, out of bounds.
If I'm the Atami Sardines Zamboanga stand, I'm looking to get a quick basket because you have 40 seconds remaining. You want to get a quick shot so you have more time to get some stops. So they need something quick here.
15-second shot clock right here for Atami Sardines Zamboanga. Substitution for Coach Guga. And Kwek Tian Yuan takes a seat. Liu Wei Yong in for the Aseel. Japs Bautista, he's been the hot hand for them. Draws contact.
Holding foul on number 19, Kwan Yong-jin, his first.
That's going to be against Kwan Yong-jin of the Kuala Lumpur Aseel.
So he has to convert, you know, Japs Bautista, 14 points and 3 assists in this ball game. Very significant contribution from him. He makes the first free throw. If you're Japs Bautista, this second one is very important because you could bring the game within 2 possessions, but you need to get a stop right after this.
2 of 2 from the stripe. Japs Bautista had 14 in his tournament debut. That was against Muntinlupa. Now he's got 16. 35.6 seconds remaining here in regulation. Ting Shun Hong with the ball. Nice pass inside the Tem Chen Tie.
Too late on the recovery for the Atami Sardines Zamboanga. They're doing a good job double teaming on the high press, but the recovery has been late. That's why they had that wide open layup.
Notice who was left wide open. Same player, Tem Chen Tie. Japs Bautista misses. Good defense from Kwan, blocking the shot down low, then securing the rebound. And now the shot clock's been turned off.
And it's been a commendable comeback, Stan, for the Atami Sardines Zamboanga, but it's just some lapses on the defensive end. The high press has been excellent, but when you see, when Kuala Lumpur is able to cross the half court, they just haven't been able to recover.
And Kwan hits the first free throw. You were mentioning, Nico, just making sure that they cover all their bases. They weren't able to do that with Tem Chen Tie, and that's what allowed him to score as many as he has here in the fourth quarter.
Now let's see what they could make up with 16 seconds remaining.
Hiruta getting the offensive rebound, but at this point it looks like the Atami Sardines Zamboanga will have to settle for this 7-point differential, not in their favor. And as time winds down, Aaron Hiruta commits the foul on Tem Chen Tie, sending him to the line.
And the effort for the Atami Sardines Zamboanga stand to start the second half, it was there. They played with much more intensity, much more energy, but it's just been minor lapses in the fourth period. Able to convert on offense, but unable to get stops on defense. That's why Kuala Lumpur has taken advantage of all of that.
Tem Chen Tie, a bronze medalist for Malaysia in the FIBA Asia 3x3 Asia Quest. Not able to convert on those free throws as Mosqueda fires up one last heave. And at the end of the game, it's 91-84. Great win for the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. It was a closer game than it looked as at the final score.
Yes, I mean, commendable effort by the Atami Sardines Zamboanga, doing a terrific job bouncing back in this ball game, adjusting their offense and defense as well, playing with much more intensity. But at the end of the day, the Kuala Lumpur Aseel, a well-balanced offense, playing very patient, not panicking in times. The family brand Sardines, Atami Sardines Zamboanga, were able to come back, and an all-around effort for the Kuala Lumpur Aseel, which bagged them the victory in today's ball game.
They had a big three work for them. Ting Chun Hong with 16, fresh off that trip to Doha for the FIBA 3x3 tournament. But they got 20 points apiece from Tem Chun Tien and Kwek Tian Yuan, who led the Kuala Lumpur Aseel to the victory.
Yes, Kwek, he's been the standout for me this game, Stan. A center who is able to shoot the three-point basket, 20 points, 6 of 9 shooting from the field, 66%. Excellent performance from Kwek.
Now let's send it over to Megan Cabrera with our best player of the game.
Thanks so much, Stan and Nico. We are with the Sleeping Dragon na nagising na. We have the best player of the game, pure gold best player of the game, Kwek Tianyan. So you struggled a bit with your first few games, but now you definitely have a different story. Can you tell me more about that?
Especially always thank for my teammate. They're doing the well defend and well offend, and then they're helping me a lot. And then they just push me, just quitting, shooting like that. And then I especially want to thank our owner, Dato Sri Lee Teng Ho and Mr. Kwan. They're helping us push the team come here and then play with the field basketball team. Yeah. Like that.
All right, so you pulled your teammates in for a huddle around the fourth quarter. So what did you tell them during that time? You were the other team was catching up on you. What did you tell them?
I just tell them we just focus on the defense and then the offense will coming out like that. Yeah.
All right, so you have this chance to thank and to greet all of your fans and all of your friends who are watching.
So thanks everyone and support us. And then the upcoming game we will prepare all the game and then play well for you guys.
All right, thank you so much and congratulations once again. Back to you, Stan and Nico.
Thank you very much, Megan Cabrera. Congratulations to our pure gold best player of the game, Kwek Tian Yuan rather. 20 points for the Kuala Lumpur Aseel. Bounce back win for them. They're now at 2-2, 91-84. That's the final score. Kuala Lumpur Aseel taking the win against Family's Brand Sardines, Atami Sardines, Zamboanga. Thank you very much for joining us for another day of coverage here at the Filbasket Summer Championship. Let's take a look at the games on Friday, which you can catch on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Kumu at 3 p.m. It's the All-Star Bacolod Ballers Bingo Plus taking on the Pasig Santa Lucia Realtors at 5 p.m. and at 7 p.m. You also have more action that you can catch on social media. That's where you can find Filbasket. Of course, on delayed telecast, we're also on Solar Sports. Thank you very much for joining us on behalf of Nico Aaron Quintong and Megan Cabrera and our fantastic crew here at the Muntinlupa Sports Center. My name is Stan C saying goodbye and good night. Stay safe, everyone.